Hello everyone, this is our week 6 final discussion post, and the question is your journey as a change agent. How have you been not so secret agent for change in your community, profession, and family? And so within my community, I am pretty actively involved as a volunteer for my kids' school. And I think this serves kind of a dual purpose. As a parent, I think it's great to know sort of what your kids are doing in school, as well as like who they're interacting with, what curriculums look like, what expectations look like, and sort of the interactions with peers and teachers and staff. And so I've been pretty actively involved in my school. Every day that I'm not working, I'm actually at the school 2 days a week, at least for 1 to 2 hours, helping out with like reading or math blocks. And so that's been where I've been trying to be actively involved in my community. As far as professionally, currently I am not involved in any extracurricular work things. Just with those of you who've watched sort of my videos, having come back after cancer, my sort of feelings on how much time I want to spend with fellow coworkers has changed slightly, and so I tend to keep things pretty short and sweet and professional. Still here for the patients, but happy to run away and don't really spend or dedicate a lot of personal time towards professional endeavors outside of my requirements, at least not at this time. I feel like in the past, the ways I would have done it would have been to just kind of further my education or sort of my interest as within, neurophysiology, for instance. I have 5 subspecialties, and I kind of like work towards one and then would work towards the other. And I tried doing that as a lot of like personal incentive, but just sort of be a better, more rounded employee. But it didn't exactly get recognized in the way that I was hoping. And so I would say I'm not going through some of the extra, hurdles, if you will. And then, of course, now that I'm in school, I'm quite busy. So currently not doing as much there. But as far as family, my product and agent of change, I will say I'm that mom in kind of our group of moms and group of friends that basically, like, if I know someone else is having a hard time within their family or amongst their family, I try to offer to watch their kids to give them a break, or I try to set up play dates just to kind of, come together as a community or a group of moms to sort of build friendships and connections. And sometimes, as crazy and wild as it can seem amongst those play dates, it really has helped strengthen relationships within our family, and having other families that are kind of doing the same thing. So that is where I'm at with this. Share your unique experiences, challenges, and triumphs. I will say, I've always volunteered at something. I will say through the holidays, I kind of do a little bit more volunteering. Sometimes it's at soup kitchens. Sometimes it's for, sock raffles, which we, try to produce socks, being in a cold, wet climate for some of the homeless, different things through different friends who have kind of like businesses and have different opportunities to volunteer. So I even with Earth Day being today, happy Earth Day, everyone, I have but encouraged my children to kind of like walk our neighborhood and pick up trash with some gloves and some little picker-uppers. And so I guess that's how I'm my secret little agent within our community, within my environment. I try to give a little extra outside of being asked, and I think that's where this becomes important as a leader in general, as an individual, as someone who stands up for more than just themselves, but the community around, tries to make an impact where they can. And so I've just tried to be involved. Other ways I've done it, I've involved at different times in my life through different reading organizations. I worked at a co-op school to sort of, again, be that parent that was involved, but also took on extracurricular roles. to help with the community of, co-op schools. But I think those are ways in which it also keeps me kind of involved in knowing what my kids are doing. The beauty, I guess, of working 3 very long healthcare days is that there is some flexibility to do that. And that's one of the aspects I love about my job. So with that said, I don't know, be an agent of change, right? Get involved in your community where you can. I think it's really, really great. Outside of that, there are times where I used to volunteer in the hospital that I work for the pediatric side, and on some of the neurology floors, just trying to read and volunteer some of my time. But again, now that I have kids in my life, it's just a little busier. Some of that looks a little bit different. But yeah, I try to always give outside of just getting in a way that's beneficial to people outside myself. And so I sing Christmas carols at nursing homes during the holidays, which is kind of a lost art, but some of the elder homes that I've volunteered at have really, really appreciated it. And so I've even tried to get my kids involved a little bit. So we'll see. Each year brings something different, but I do try to actively be involved in just different communities, different groups, to be part of the things that evolve and change and where I see good. And so 2 weeks ago, it says you asked us to focus on the little wins. This week, you're asking us to think of the bigger picture and how the positivity impacting the world around you is done. And so, I don't know, they call me a positive Polly, not on purpose, but I tend to always try to see the positive. I devote a lot of time and dedication outside of just my family to my community. I think it's important, for lots of reasons. And the way I've been most active, I guess, is through the school systems and involvement with my kids. And then just trying to help build up, our community of supports with friends, with families. I'm pretty flexible and pretty open-ended to a lot of newcomers. And so even sometimes, meeting new people at a park, say I'm doing a homeschool lesson or something with my kids, because I go a little extra during the summers. But we've met other moms through that. And then I've always kind of just left the door and invitation open, because I think it doesn't hurt to have, more contacts and friends and people just within your world that can, build up your community and build your friendships up, build you up, teach you something that you don't already know. I do have the notion very much so that you can learn something from every scenario, both good and bad. That's kind of something my parents used to tell me, to kind of listen to the world around us more through the hippie version of just, slowing down long enough to watch the things around you happen and transpire. And so, they've been pretty active in their community too, always helping their neighbor, always kind of just having us be involved as best we can. And so I'm trying to continue that legacy. It gets harder in a world that isn't is safe or doesn't feel as safe for some things, but I still try to also teach my kids not to be scared of all the many things that they could be introduced to, instead just to kind of learn from them and navigate forward. So it's been a pleasure, everybody. I hope everyone has a great week 6, and it's been really fun through this course. It will be a course I will miss, and so excited to see what next class brings. Cohorts, have a good one. Talk soon. Thanks. Bye.